Joining us today for this week's entertainment panel is classic Abby St. John. Thank you so much for giving the time to speak with us.
Of course, no worries.
Now, I'm really excited for the topics that we have for this panel this week, especially for this first one. Now, we're starting off with talking about, and if you haven't watched it, I'd suggest getting into it now, Abbott Elementary. Now, this is a must-watch sitcom. It's kind of like, it's got the same vibes as The Office, Parks and Recreation, a little bit of like Trailer Park Boys with that mockumentary style. So I think a lot of people, that are fans of those shows should check this out because it is hilarious. And now there's 5 episodes so far as well on Hulu. It's mostly about a mostly black public school in Philadelphia, and it needs funds and resources, and it's based on the teachers that are kind of, overlooked and underrepresented. So it's good to see that they do have a show about this, and so far it's been hilarious. I love it. And we are talking about how it is the first ABC series to quadruple its ratings since airing, so word of mouth has been really helping it get around.
Yes, I agree with you. I think the show is fantastic. I think it's hilarious. I've watched the first 4 episodes. I'm going to watch the 5th one later, but I think it's fantastic. And like you said, it has that mockumentary type style like The Office. So you get those, those glances at the camera, those reactions, and the students are reacting as well. I think it's incredible, and I think it's such a great show and a great idea, great concept. And yes, it is the first ABC comedy premiere to quadruple ratings. It's certified fresh on Rotten Tomatoes with 100% critic rating and about an 81% audience rating. It had a 7.1 million views. And yeah, it's a great comedy, and it's definitely worth checking out just because of how high rating it is. And I think it is hilarious because the fans of The Office, I think, are gonna really like this show. That sort of style towards it, like you said. Parks and Rec is the same way. Trailer Park Boys, it has that same style that the characters are looking off into the camera, like what's going on, and you have like those off to the side interviews. And I think it was a fantastic idea bringing it into the school. I think it's hilarious getting to see the different children's reactions because they're also interacting. They may not have a ton of lines, but just like their look offs, their curious faces, it is very well done, and I cannot wait for more.
Yeah, and you know me, I'm a huge The Office fan, so once I saw this, and especially how it does have a mostly black cast as well, I just personally really loved it. What a great idea, and I'm glad that at least word of mouth is helping it get around, because even before I didn't see too much, ads or promotion personally for it, since I do use a lot of streaming services, and there's lots of people out there that, they don't always go on TV too much. So I'm glad that it is getting around and more people are appreciating it, and I hope, it continues on with its seasons as well. I think everybody really loves those little kids' reactions. I think that is hilarious, how some of the situations they get themselves in, just seeing those little actors looking at the camera and having those classic, just kind of tired of this situation, So I think it's really good that we were able to speak about this and seeing how it is getting appreciated. But our next topic now, we are speaking on the new Tyler Perry movie that's supposed to be coming to Netflix. It is a Medea Homecoming, and now it's coming to Netflix February 26th. And I guess this is the first time that a Tyler Perry movie has ever been on Netflix, and it's supposed to be about her great-grandson's college graduation. And if you've seen some Tyler Perry movies in the past, of course, it is hilarious. Everybody loves Medea. So I'm excited to see what this one's going to be all about.
Yes, this is the 12th Medea installment that we have, and I love all the Medea movies. I'm a huge fan of the Medea movies. I've been watching them since they, first started coming out. We had Diary of a Mad Black Woman. That was the biggest one. And, we got that introduction into Medea and Tyler Perry's genius. He plays other characters as well throughout the series. But Medea is definitely that iconic role that everyone should know. And yeah, like you said, it's called Homecoming, gonna be on Netflix, and it's gonna center around Medea's great-grandson's college graduation. And during that, a bunch of family secrets and family drama is going to threaten to ruin the celebration, if you will. I'm super excited about it, and not only are we going to see Medea, there's going to be a guest appearance by Brendan O'Carroll, who, if you don't know, is an iconic Irish actor who plays Agnes Brown in Mrs. Brown's Boys, which is an Irish sitcom. I love Mrs. Brown's Boys.
Yes.
It used to be on Netflix, and I absolutely love it. It is so funny, and I think Agnes Brown is such an iconic character. So having Agnes Brown and Medea in the same movie, I'm so excited to see the dynamic because they're kind of similar in characters. So bringing them together, I am pumped to see it because there's going to be so much more comedy added to it. And I think the two characters together are going to be hilarious.
And the fact that you brought that up, that is going to be straight comedy, honestly. The fact that they're bringing this into this movie, I think a lot of people are going to be kind of like, if they aren't reading up on it beforehand, like, you know, of course we did, they're going to be shocked to see that. So I think
Yes.
it's going to be really great to add to that comedy. I agree. That's going to be hilarious. You know what,
Yeah,
Abby, me and you have to watch this.
Yeah, you definitely, if you haven't seen Mrs. Brown's Boys, you should definitely check out a few episodes before watching the Medea movie, just so you know what the character's like and just how hilarious that's gonna be.
Oh yeah, especially. And even they can go on YouTube and find some funny clips. They'll definitely appreciate how funny that Mrs. Brown Boys like episodes are. I can already think of some in my head right now. I can't even get into it because we'll be taking up too much time. But unfortunately, that's all the time we have for this week's entertainment panel. Once again, thank you for joining us, Abby.
Thank you.